All right, welcome to another episode of the fucking unnamed podcast. We came up with a name for it in one of the episodes, and we forgot it the next day. So it's still technically unnamed, but not technically. We have a very dear friend of mine for 10 plus years. I went to middle school with this man, regrettably.
And he got me a job.
Recently, yeah. So he'll be able to do the podcast with us during my lunch breaks eventually. Once this whole pandemic ends.
If we get the same lunch break.
Yeah, but would you like to introduce yourself?
I need no introduction anymore, man. They know me as God.
They don't.
Oh, it's John.
All right. Generally 20-ish minutes, but
Hey,
we
man.
can go to like...
I don't mean to cut you off or anything on your show, but you're kind of creaming on my table.
Oh, shit. Oh, you need to give them context for that.
No, they don't.
No, it's ice cream, guys. I'm not jacking off on the show.
I wish you were.
And we just talk about whatever the fuck we feel like. So, have you heard of...
Coronavirus!
We're not talking about that, and I don't want to talk about that.
No, I'm just like
even
referencing
off of the
that.
show.
I think it's Cardi B who does that stupid ass shit.
So, what do you know of human body modification?
Breast implants,
Okay.
liposuction.
Have you ever heard like any or like read any stories about more like extreme situations of it?
Oh yeah, the people that got the surgery for the Barbie doll and the Ken doll.
Oh, that shit was so stupid. Yeah, so those are, believe it or not, slightly more
Grotesque.
normal.
What?
Because there are, and I want to be careful in explaining this, right? There are a group of people who are pro body modification, but not to the extent of Barbie and Ken. It's more like, hey, what kind of like surgeries can we come up with to make humans just cooler, or something that's like that can actually be useful to us, you know?
I want wings.
Yeah, like a lot of them would probably be down for that, because they're like, bro, like if humans could fly without aircraft, without like machinery, that would be very fucking useful for us as a species.
And we can also cut back on resources.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing if we had gills.
So they would be very pro gills, very pro wings. But then you have people who really, really push the boundaries of this type of shit. Could you, no matter how fictional it sounds, could you come up with, off the top of your head, a human body modification?
Elf ears.
No, that's a thing. That's a thing.
Oh, a tail. That you can actually flex and move around.
Okay.
That would be useful, because I don't want to get off the couch when I want to get my fucking TV control.
You would have to sit on your tail if you were on a couch, because it would be pressed against the back.
Not if I'm laying down on the side, my fucking tail just like laying down on the couch with your ass like a little away from the back, and then your tail just like has enough room to move and flex and stuff.
That's not very good for your spine, but I can appreciate that somewhat. I bring this up because a friend of mine from another state was the one who like introduced me to that, and he was showing me pictures of stuff that he thought was cool and not fucking stupid. Like the elf ears were one. He thought it was a little stupid, but it's not like, why the hell would you do that to yourself level stupid, you know? And at the time, I was taking an art class. It was 3D art, but the professor really made a mess of the class because she confessed to us one day. She said, hey, so you know how every lecture is over 100 slides on PowerPoint? We're like, yeah. And she's like, I literally... Fucking shut up. She was like, I literally sit down the night before lecture and come up with 100 plus slides for you guys. And so that became really like obvious, because as time went on, the lessons got more and more random. So it's just supposed to be 3D art, right? We're using all these different materials to make things in 3 dimensions. And she had a whole fucking 2-hour lecture on body modifications and shit.
That makes sense as a lecture.
Well, sort of. It made sense in the context of the project that we were about to do, right? Because we were going to design our own modifications and make it come to life, quote unquote. But she showed us a video of a woman who made herself part horse. And so...
Oh, I would like that modification.
No. It's not like that. That's what all the guys were saying. But basically, this woman teamed up for years, right? She has her own personal team of doctors and surgeons for all of her crazy art presentations. And she did this live. They put her down onto a table, and in front of the audience, the doctors injected horse blood into her, so that I think it was like at least 10% of her would be part horse. But the problem with that, injecting those hemoglobins, is it will fuck up your system to the point where those horse cells will kill you. So she spent the better part of like 2 years, I believe, every day taking small injections of horse hemoglobin so that her body would get used to it enough for her to not die during her performance. So they load her up with horse blood on the day of, on this stage. She gets up. She had engineers build her these like kind of like stilts, but designed to make her legs like that of a horse. So she hops on these fucking stilts and she walks off stage. And that's the whole thing. 2 years of build up to put horse blood inside of her without killing her. And that was it. And I told my friend about that, and he was losing his fucking mind. He was just like, why would anybody... John, what the fuck are you doing?
I got this stuck under my glass.
Oh my God. You're so autistic sometimes. You can't sit still. What the fuck?
Go on.
That was essentially it, man. It was something that I was thinking about recently, like I was remembering. And you also have to realize that this woman spent like damn near $1 million fucking dollars to do this. Because to buy horse blood to inject to yourself on like a regular basis, and then to hire the doctors and the engineers for that day, plus renting the venue and all of that.
That's like a good waste of money, especially, and a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
You're interested in everything except for the show that you're asked to be on?
I'm interested in everything. I just stare at things. Even when I'm not staring, I'm staring.
I used to so high.
Back in high school, like when I was going home by myself, I'd just sit on the bus and stare. I think I just started staring at someone and they're staring back at me.
I've done that before, and that's how I got my first MILF.
Okay, I was staring at homeless people. We have different ideas.
What's something really weird that you've seen? Even if it wasn't like IRL, maybe it was just a video, but something that made you what the fuck?
I don't want to talk about it because you're eating.
Go ahead.
I saw the video of some guy putting his girlfriend's used tampon in his mouth.
Ew.
Covered in blood.
No, well, yeah. How you use a tampon.
But other than that, I've seen people kill themselves on Reddit. But I didn't look for it myself. I was shown that.
Homeboys had a phase in the first couple of months that we started where we would play 50-50. And unfortunately, my laptop said no, and it wiped itself. So I went to class one day. No one was home because my roommate, I should say, had class for even longer than I did. I was only gone for like 2 hours. No one has access to our rooms because it was built by a dude who builds prisons. So we need 2 security codes to get in. I come in to take a little break. I open my laptop and everything's been erased. It just wiped it, but like not like applications and shit. Literally just documents that I had. So it wiped all the videos we recorded because I started doing the videos as soon as I bought the laptop. And so we just lost like a month worth of content. But some of the 50-50 shit we would see would be murders or suicides. Like we watched a man be tortured to death by the mafia.
It was the government.
And at that point, we would be on Skype on an almost nightly basis up until 3 in the morning on like LiveTube or whatever the website was. Just
RedTube, yep.
No, not RedTube. That's a porn thing, isn't it?
I don't even know if it's still up.
I think I used that in like middle school, bro. I haven't heard that in forever. You're giving me semi-happy memory. Never mind. They're not happy anymore.
Nope, people already know. You just said that.
No, not that.
You hear that? He likes semi-happy RedTube. You know,
you can't just combine sentences like that.
Actually, speaking of that, I remember Andy he got me in middle school really good. Mm-hmm. It's when I was still learning how to use my iPhone. I had just got the iPhone 3.
Right. That was where it was like kind of round on the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's honestly my favorite one.
Me too.
But yeah, I remember he was like telling me to look up things on the internet. And me being a dumbass as a kid, I was like, all right, fuck it, like won't second guess it. He's like, hey man, you should look up Lemon Party. I'm like, okay, so I go on my phone in the middle of class.
I'm not familiar.
I go on my phone in the middle of class and I type in Lemon Party. Don't do it.
Oh fuck, really?
I would highly recommend you don't. But I mean, if you wanna see what I'm talking about.
All right, well, you go ahead and explain, and I'll decide.
So Lemon Party, innocent sounding name, but if anyone knows what it is, well, they know. But
opening my incognito tab.
It's basically an old man gay porn website.
I'm turning this off. I'm closing my browser. I could go to Planet Fitness if I wanted to see old people dick.
Yeah, so like in the middle of fucking class, I had opened that up and I like freaked the fuck out because the first thing I see is like two old men's dicks like right there.
That's a rather specific niche. A whole website for old gays.
Yes.
Wow.
And then what confused me even more back then was like, why the fuck did Addy know about this?
You would hope that someone did the prank on him and that he didn't find it himself.
I've never asked him, and I want to ask him, but he doesn't respond to my text messages.
I wish my phone wasn't charging so I could text him right now and say, hey, do you know Lemon Party, bro? Oh, shit. Did you ever do anything weird when you started masturbating?
I think it's weird that I've been masturbating since I was like 8.
That's not weird. That's a little weird. Because I started when I was like 10.
Dude, I've been masturbating since I was 8.
That's pretty fucking weird. It's like 3rd grade.
If I can be specific enough, I think I first learned about like hentai and porn and shit when I was in 2nd grade, but I didn't first start touching my wanker when I was like in 3rd grade.
I've never heard anyone call it a wanker.
Better than calling it fucking log.
Now fuck those people. Now I'm regretting bringing this topic up while I'm eating this white ice cream with nuts. But you've never done you've never tried anything weird?
No, are you referencing like that South Park episode where
I've never watched South Park, but
there's an episode where Kenny masturbates wearing the Batman suit while choking himself with a
That's where that comes from?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I fucking love that. No, because I mean like people generally experiment a little just to see like what works for them. I think I forgot what the fuck I was listening to where they were talking about that, but it's especially when you're like starting to do that shit. I think I read something on Reddit where a guy figured out like, punch
himself.
He has a whole kit of different toiletries specifically for when he goes to jack off. Like he has one specific like rag, but he like microwaves the rag for a specific amount of time so that it's like the right amount of warmness without like burning himself. And someone commenting on it was like, what made you let go of your dick and run to put a rag in the microwave? and like specifically for 15 seconds or however long it was. Some fucking number. You can't even push start and it goes straight to 30. Like he specifically punched in 15. So was there anything like in your experimental phase of?
I never experimented, dude. Just pulled back and let go.
So for me, it was weird. Okay, fine. New topic.
No. I'm saying like, I'm not saying I don't want to know. I'm like, I don't know if I should be talking about this.
That's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead. New topic then.
No, go.
Well, I was.
Let me know about how you mastered.
I was like, I was really. It's weird. I was really arrogant about it.
Oh yeah, man! I found this way to like put my sock on my.
No,
dick
no, not that. I was like genuine. I was genuinely arrogant because I was like, people who directly place their hand on their cock are fucking filthy pieces of shit who won't. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I looked down on people who just masturbated regularly, and I don't know. I don't know if maybe it was also stop fucking organizing my shit. You're like fucking with my OCD. It also God, this shouldn't be on top. There. God damn it. Let you chill your ADD for 5 fucking minutes. I didn't want to touch myself for the first like. I didn't want to touch myself when I touched myself.
I'm laughing because that was like a random ass transition back to I didn't want to touch myself.
So for like the first 3 months, I would try to find a way to like rub without using my hands to touch my dick. So I would just like grind on shit until I came, and then one day I'm showering and I was like, that's really fucking weird. Like it just kind of clicked, and so it took like courage for me to sit there and I'm staring at it and I was like, do I really want to like grab this thing? And then it became normal.
From what I know, I've been grabbing my dick since I was a baby.
Well, yeah, that's the weird thing. Me too. I couldn't fall asleep unless I had my hand on my fucking dick. And I remember being a kid, my mom would stare at me and she's like, why the fuck does he do this? And my dad's like, the dick is the only thing the white man hasn't taken from us, so let him be. He needs to wake up and make sure it's still there. Looking back on it, like saying it right now, it's true. I'd wake up, I'd fucking give it like a squeeze or two, make sure it was all there, and then I'd go about my day. Jesus Christ.
It's funny because you'd worry about your dick, but I'd worry about where my Game Boy was.
What?
Where my Game Boy was.
Oh.
We had 2 different priorities.
Yeah. Well, I was also organized and didn't lose shit.
Fair enough.
So what's been good with you, man?
Life, quarantine.
Do you have any like
toilet paper?
Let's not talk about that. Do you have any new like obsessions? Like maybe it's a song that you're obsessed with right now, or maybe it's a movie that's got you really hyped.
Obsessed. Actually, yes, there is a song that I am obsessed right now with. English right now.
I can't speak my first language either.
Yeah, it's usually when I'm like just relaxed, I just start fucking up what I'm saying. The song is called "Lock It" by the group Crumb.
Crumb?
Yeah, like
CRUMB?
Yeah, like a breadcrumb.
Okay.
She laughed. But my favorite band right now is Streetlight Manifesto. It's a ska band. I don't want to say ska so much.
What is
like
ska?
punk. Just
okay.
Punk. Generalize it to punk. Oh, hiccups. But yeah, no, other than that, everything's fine.
But is there something specific about that band that's got you really...
Which one? The Crumb or
Crumb?
It's just the rhythm of the music is like really calm. I don't know, I just like it. This is the rhythm of the night. No, that's just on Reebok or
I love... Okay. Because when I bring it up, nobody knows that video. I should have figured you would have known it, though.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking Hispanic. ¿Eso son Reebok or son Nike?
¿Eso Reebok or son Nike? Oh, ¿eso? This is the rhythm of the night. Jesus Christ, man. I feel bad for people who don't speak Spanish. Shit's fucking hilarious.
No. Speaking of that, I genuinely believe that there are some jokes in Spanish that lose all the funny when you translate it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I that's a thing for every language, more or less. But even just what's the word Starts with a C. Connotation.
Oh.
We're not going back to that topic. Like, the connotation gets lost with certain words. Certain words, like, lose the power that they have in Spanish.
Which is why I give a lot of props to, like, translators.
Yeah.
Especially, like, anime translators, because there's a lot of, like, jokes that are really funny in Japanese, but they have to try to make
no sense in English.
Yeah, and then they have to try to make it sound funny when they translate it to fit our stupid American language.
Like, we were talking about it the other day, the anime ghost stories.
Oh, dude, Dub did a really
fucking hilarious. But what really got me, and tying it into this, right? There was one episode, the girl with the dead rabbits, and she brings one back to life.
She's like,
there's a scene.
Black.
Yeah, no. There's a scene where the main guy, whatever the fuck his name is, he's in class, right? And they show the Japanese version. He's eager to answer the question. So he's like, hi, because he's like saying, I'm here. And in the dub, they don't change it. So they just keep his regular ass American voice, hi. But there's something funny about the fact that they didn't do shit. Like, they just said, nah, fuck this one scene. Just leave it there. Just don't bother. God damn it. But moments like that, yeah, you got to give a lot of props to people who translate anything.
Yeah, the manga too. I think a lot of trouble that I've noticed is not only mangas but like webtoons and stuff get a lot of effort. But I think it's because a lot of them are like, they ask for support, but if you really think about it, they're doing it on their own free time. So
yeah.
Oh, I dropped my wine cup.
Shout out to all the people who do anime subs. Because there's a lot of people where it's just a volunteer.
Yeah, fuck all the people that do a bridge.
And then they get their like username on the episode screen, and that's basically it. I don't know if some of those people get paid. I hope so. Anyways, man, I'm getting ready to throw up all this ice cream I ate.
I know, I stopped a little while ago because I didn't want
to. Thank you for my first pint of Ben and Jerry's.
Why did you eat the whole pint? You're supposed to take that's like a depressed kind of day kind of pint.
Yeah, I've been pretty fucked up. But it was good. Alright, man, bye.
Oh, wait, don't leave me.
Fuck, hold up, I gotta pee.